This is Diva Leah. Every day I become more and more aware of how crucial it is to live a healthy lifestyle. The main purpose of my video is to be able to share with you my journey in becoming the healthier me. In this video, Katy O'Brien, a nutrition expert, will teach us on health and wellness. I hope you enjoy! Why do I need to be concerned about heart-healthy eating? Because when we're not talking about weight loss, if I don't have any weight to lose, I feel great about my body, but I've always been eating fast food.
I think that heart health is an indicator of overall health, and we center on heart disease because it's the #1 killer in the United States. And so we look at what do we do to prevent heart disease. And like all of our other chronic diseases, heart disease is a lifestyle disease, meaning we know now that 75%, and in some places you'll hear 80%, of heart disease can actually be gotten rid of, healed, by making lifestyle changes. Those lifestyle changes are we getting enough exercise? Are we eating the healthy foods? Are we doing something for our stress to keep our stress down? Because stress is so linked to chronic disease. And now we know it's because of that oxidative stress that occurs. And the other equation for heart health is, are we getting enough sleep? Does the body have time to reheal itself? So heart disease is the one we talk about, but with any chronic disease, we're looking at the same issues. Years ago, we taught that if your cholesterol's high, that's the big problem with heart disease. So we're going to get your cholesterol down, we're going to get rid of heart disease. Now we know that's not the truth. The truth is, heart disease is brought on by inflammation, systemic inflammation, inflammation throughout all the blood vessels. And where does that inflammation come from? It comes from the lining of those arteries being under attack all day long. Stress, oxidative stress, toxins, high blood sugars. When our sugar is high and is elevated, it actually causes damage to that endothelial lining. And then because of some of the foods we eat, cholesterol is in that mix also. But what we know is cholesterol can gather to a degree in the blood vessel, but if there isn't any inflammation there, it doesn't cause a problem. And if there isn't any inflammation there, it typically doesn't latch on and become plaque. So it's actually that first that vessel becomes inflamed, and then that's what causes the cholesterol to attach to it. So when we talk about a heart-healthy diet, we're really talking about a diet that brings down inflammation. So to do that, we've got to be de-stressing, and we got to be looking at our de-stress foods. So we're staying away from stimulants, we're staying away from a lot of alcohol. Now, a little bit of alcohol, you know, many circles will say that it can be healthy, and I, for one, am a big proponent of red wine and the benefits of red wine, and it's been proven in a lot of ways. And if you look at cultures that drink a lot of red wine, they don't tend to have a lot of heart disease, even though they tend to have a little more fats in their diet, but they're eating the good fats. So if I had to pick one diet to say, this is what's going to help you the most with heart disease, it would be the Mediterranean diet. So that is a diet that is rich in fruits, vegetables, legumes, grains, and then oils.
And there's a lot of flavors in the Mediterranean diet, right? The food, and it's so many flavors at the same time. I mean, I just love it.
And they use a lot of spices. So instead of flavoring their food with salt and pepper, which is the American way of doing it, we just have salt and pepper on the table. But in a lot of other cultures, they have a variety of spices always available for flavoring their food. And they don't use the salt shaker all that much. So the Mediterranean diet is going to be also high in nuts. And then it's going to be higher in fish and lower in meats. And that's going to give you that solid base of nutrient-rich food. There is another, again, I'm going to take you to the computer because it's such a wonderful place to find good information. Dr. Andrew Weil has a website out, and he has put together an anti-inflammation pyramid guide. You know, we had the food guide pyramid. Well, his is an anti-inflammatory diet pyramid. And so it helps you kind of look at that as a guide for what you should eat in the Mediterranean diet too.